Hello guys, it's a hot one today, so excuse the beads of sweat on my forehead. This weather doesn't suit a man of my size, so bear with me. In this one we're going to look at quick cars that are available for under £3,000, and by quick I'm going to say things that are under 7.5 seconds 0 to 60. Right, I know that's not quick by everyone's standards, but to mine I think it's a quick enough kind of car. And yeah, we've got all sorts of stuff here, so keep watching because it's going to be a good one. Just before we get started, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. There we go, there's my thumb. And subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much. First one we got here is a Mercedes-Benz SLK. It's 2001 X-Reg. It's 3.2 litre petrol. Two-door obviously, soft top. And let's have a look at this one. Obviously 3.2 is a fairly hefty lump in a car of that size. Okay, so performance 0 to 60, 6.9 seconds, top speed 152, 218 horsepower. What are the running costs like on it? 340 quid a year tax, and combined 26.7 mpg. Obviously that size of engine is going to be pretty thirsty, isn't it? It's not a massive surprise to anyone, I guess. 2001 car, private plate, last lady owned, brilliant silver coachwork, raven black leather, just service, new disc pads. Service at cost of £500. This is the 320 Herrera version, fully retractable convertible top that comes down scissor action at the flick of a switch, electric windows, electric heated door mirrors, 16-inch blah 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 alloys. Next MOT due 23rd of June 2022, £2,500. In this video, by the way, I'm not going to go through common faults with these cars. I just don't have time today to go into massive amounts of detail, so I'm just trying to whiz through and show you as many cars as I can, really. But that's quite a decent performing car for £2,500, isn't it? 99,900 miles though. So you already know the warning sign that gives me. It's actually done 101, so they've put it in at 99,900 so that it comes in for more searches, because a lot of people filter for searches under 100,000, which I've done here. So all these cars are under 100,000 miles. So that's the reason they've done it, but it's actually got 101,500 miles on it. It's got a little dent in the door there, which you could probably take out with a glue pulling device, as shown in my how to pull out a dent with a glue pulling device video. There you go, it's got a bit of damage on the back bumper, but nothing too outrageous. Looks fairly tidy. The wheels look a bit knackered at the front, but you know, it's £2,500. So next one we're going to look at is another SLK. This one's 2,850, but it's the 230k, so it's the 2.3 litre rather than the 3.2. Specification wise, performance 7.2 seconds to 60, so it's not that much slower than the other one. 149 mile an hour, 193 horsepower, and running costs 340 quid tax, nearly 30 mpg combined. And yeah, 2,850. It's only done 69,500 miles, this one. New MOT with no advisories. Recent works include new tyres, brake discs and pads, low miles for age, nice alloy wheels, blah blah blah. Is there any mention of service history on it though? No, so you'd want to check that out for sure, wouldn't you? But this one, I mean, those wheels look great on it, don't they? And that bit of black trim down the side. The interior is a little bit damaged. Look, that centre console's got some of the trim or the paint or the dye has come off. So it looks a bit tired on the inside and a bit dated really, but you could tar that up, I would imagine, for not too much money. Probably just a deep clean of it would help, but the rest of it looks like a tidy car. Is that a bit damaged down there maybe? Yeah, I think it is. Bit of a crack in that front bumper, but that shouldn't be a hideous repair. Well, it's quite a good listing anyway. So we've got a 2005 Mercedes-Benz CLK, and this is one of those sideways ridiculous photos where someone just hasn't rotated it, which you will have learned more about in my how not to list a car for sale video, which I suggest you watch. It's got horrible number plates on as well. That's actually a Northern Irish plate, that style of plate with the, not that style, but the 3 letters and then 4 numbers is a Northern Irish one. Is this in Northern Ireland? 0289, yeah, I think it is. Oh yeah, Newton Abbey. So it's done 60,000 miles, this one, which is quite decent mileage for a car of that age, isn't it? It's a CLK 500, so it's a 5 litre petrol. So let me guess, the running costs on this one are not going to be amazing. Not the best pictures at all. It's not amazingly well listed, but let's have a look at the description. Maybe they'll save themselves. Oh, currently parked in driveways, it won't start due to an electrical problem. All right, maybe we'll forget about that. Maybe we'll move swiftly on. Let's just have a look at the specification and running costs out of interest. 5.9 seconds, 0 to 60, 306 horsepower. 340 quid a year, taxed 26 miles per gallon near as damn it. So it's not too different from the CLK, from the SLKs. Right, 2005 Audi A3 2 litre TFSI S-Line Sportback Quattro. Now these are nice cars. Full service history, HPI clear, full leather seats, 2 keys, clean in and out, drives very smooth. Next MOT due 20th of September 21. Full service history, they've mentioned again. Black, 4 owners, blah 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 blah. They're in Dorset. Hold on. Kingston Road, Regent Park, Dorset. Oh, Dorset House, sorry, Leatherhead. Okay. Performance is 7.1 seconds, 0 to 60, 145 mile an hour, 200 horsepower. And running costs on that one, £315 tax and 38 MPG combined. Hello, photos? Are we going to have photos? There we go. Welcome to the show. And let's have a look at it. It looks quite tidy there. I think this this model of A3 is showing its age a bit now, but it's not a bad looking car by any sort of stretch of the imagination. It's just they are showing their age a little bit, I think. Looks mega tidy, doesn't it? And it's had a good valet. So it's showing 89,000 on the clock. It's got matte in the boot. So it's showing 89,000 on the clock. Listed as 90. Great. Yeah, that looks like quite a decent one. It's ULEZ compliant as well, which is good. So 1,950 quid. That's a lot of car for 1,950 quid, isn't it? 2009 Insignia. I won't dwell on this one too long because it's not the most exciting of cars really, but £2,000 for a 2 litre turbo Insignia. Okay, it's saying it's fantastic, blah blah blah. Drives really nicely, yada yada yada. 0 to 60 in 7.2, 150 mile an hour, 217 horsepower, and running costs combined 33.6 and annual tax of 315 quid. That's a nice car. It's got part service history, so you'd need to investigate that a bit more. Missing the badge at the front, and that's where the Opel badge is. I think on this year of Insignia, the Opel badge sits underneath the Vauxhall badge on all of them. But check that out. So you just need to get a Vauxhall badge to chuck over the top. Shouldn't be too difficult. But looks in reasonable nick. And for £2,000, it's quite a nice performing car, isn't it? ULEZ compliant as well. You've got sat-nav in it as well. You don't expect that in a £2,000 car, do you? Bit of damage on the seat there, which suggests it may have done more miles than you think. So do the normal checks. Check out my used car buying advice video. And yeah, just go through the checks in that. So this one's a 2002 Renault Clio, just under £2,000, done 91,000 miles, 2 litre petrol. And what else do we know about this one? MOT until December 2021, part exchange welcome. Any mention of service history? No. So you've got to assume it hasn't, so then you have to assume it may have done more miles than the odometer suggests. 7.2 seconds to 60, 137 mile an hour, 172 horsepower. And that one's 315 quid a year in tax and 22.1 combined MPG. That's not great, is it? I thought the MPG would be a lot higher on that. I know it's a 2 litre petrol, 16 valve. It's going to obviously be fairly highly tuned, etc. But it's only a tiny little car. You'd think it'd be more efficient than that somehow. Right, 2007 Mazda RX-8. Now, these have got the Wankel engine. Yes, I did say Wankel. It's a rotary engine, so it works differently to some, and they're very low cylinder capacity. So it's only a 1.3, but because of the odd way that they work, or unusual way that they work, you get really good performance from them for a low cylinder capacity. So it's a 1.3 petrol, ULEZ compliant. It's had 6 owners. Specification performance 0 to 60 in 6.4, 146 mile an hour, 228 horsepower, and then you're looking at 600 quid a year tax on that, which is a lot of money, isn't it? 24.8 mpg, but it is like a decent performance car, and that could be one that becomes a modern classic, because how many wankel engines are around these days? 2003 3 Series, and it's a 325 Ci, sport trim. It's an auto box in this one. Let's have a look at it. That's very tidy. There's a little bit of wear on the seat edge there, but that's probably to be expected on the driver's seat of a 90,000 mile car, and full leather as well. Oh, bit of rust there. The wheel's got a little bit damaged. Oh, that one's got a lot of damage, that wheel, and a little bit of damage on the arch. And that wood just looks naff, doesn't it? It just doesn't go. But you could deal with that. You could either get some replacement trim, or wrap it, or spray it, or just leave it the hell alone. But yeah, I mean, that needs a couple of little cosmetic jobs, but it's reasonably tidy, to be fair. A very clean car for its age and low mileage compared to the rest up for sale. Covers a dent in the driver's ring with a small patch of rust and scratch. Comes with 2 keys, service history, along with other paperwork and books, electric seats, memory seats, yada yada yada. It's quite a nice car, and that's quite an honest description, which I really like to see. 0 to 60, 7.2 seconds, 149 mile an hour, 192 bhp, and annual tax of 340 quid, combined MPG of 31.4. Okay. 2,300 quid. Alright, that's quite a nice car. 2003 5 Series. So this one's a 530i in SE trim, and it's increasingly rare 530 saloon. 16 visits in total, 9 for service, 7 for filter and brake fluid changes. Important thing there is to look at the date of those and make sure that the last one wasn't sort of a decade ago, because it could well be a long time ago on a 2003 car. But it's good that they've got obviously a bit of service history. 1 private owner and 1 company owner, sat nav, aircon, electric windows, partially electric seats, cruise control, full leather, pet free, lots more. Comes with documentation, 12 months MOT, spare key, 3 months warranty, Alright, let's have a look at this. 7.1 seconds, 231 horsepower, 340 quid tax, 28.5 combined MPG. That looks tidy. That looks really tidy, actually. Again, it's a massive car, and imagine the cost of that when it was new, and it's 2,400 quid. God, I'm losing weight here. Ooh, shocking. Right, check this one out. A 2006 Cadillac CTS. I mean, it's the Cadillac of Cadillacs. 3.6 litre petrol, ULEZ compliant, unbelievable rare stunning sports saloon, top of the range model, 3.6 VVT V6 engine, powerful fast car, 260 brake horsepower stock, amazing condition all round, bodywork in great shape, lots of recent work done, power coated black gloss, powder coated I guess that is, black gloss wheels costing 300 quid, brand new battery, full recent service, blah blah blah. Car drives as new, no issues whatsoever, drives spot on, long MOT, low mileage, only 98k, black full leather. Where's the service history? Is there any? There's no mention of it. No mention of service history. So 0 to 60 in 7 seconds, 145 mile an hour, 255 horsepower, 340 quid a year tax, and 24.4 mpg. So Chrysler bought this out to compete with the Germans. Basically, they wanted this to be a rival to like the 5 Series and the A6 and all those kind of cars. And by all accounts, these are really, really quite decent cars. And the problem you're going to have with it, of course, is going to be spare parts. And there'll be the odd thing in there that's a bit US spec and not German spec. So probably, I don't know, but I would guess it's probably got like an LCD clock rather than LED clock, and a few things that feel a bit weird to a European buyer. But in general, everything's, most of it is going to be really nice quality on the interior. It's a good looking car. There's no obvious damage or anything like that. So yeah, there you go, guys. Just a quick one today, but that's gives you a good idea of what you can get for under £3,000 if you want a little bit of oomph in it while you're driving. And a lot of those cars are under £2,000, aren't they? And I know there's a couple in there with some problems, but there are some really good examples as well. So please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and follow the link in the pinned comment and in the description. Follow my Amazon link. Helps out a lot. Thanks.